So today we're going to go over a different way of editing with the new PIXLR online photo editing software. And we're going to do that instead of opening up a picture, we're going to create a new document. So I'm going to click on Create New, and I'm going to make, let's see, we'll just leave it at the default right here, and I've already named it, I named it before, Triptych, in an earlier version. And you can notice you can pick from any of, Instagram story, Instagram, Facebook profile, Facebook cover, Square, Web 1440, any of these presets, or you can put in your own number of pixels for width and height. And so when I click on create, it gives me this document. The checkerboard pattern you see is not actually a checkerboard pattern at all. It is actually really just a symbol that there's nothing here. It's not white, it's transparent. And so in my layers palette, which is over here, the first thing I want to do is I want to put a color in here. So I'm going to go to my foreground and background colors, which I can switch by doing this. And I'm going to click on the black color. And let's just go ahead and make it white for now. So I just drag in here. I can go to any family of colors. I'm going to go with white, click OK. White is now my foreground color. So I go to this tool, which is called the Fill tool, and it says it fills whole areas with a single color. And I click on the Fill tool, I bring it in here, and I click, and suddenly I have a white background. Okay, so I want to put something in this white background, so I'm going to open another picture. Let's go to File, New Image. And let's go to History, and we'll click on Halloween 2012 again. So notice that Halloween 2012 is now open in a separate tab, similar to Safari or Chrome. So I can navigate between tabs. So what I want to do is I want to select part of this picture. So I'm going to go to this, which is called the Marquee Selection tool. And let's say I just want to get a picture of him. All right, so I'm going to get a selection just like that. And when I select something, what I'm saying really is whatever operations I try next, it should only affect this area. So for instance, if I were to go to brightness and contrast like we did on the last episode, and I bring it down, notice it's only changing the brightness and contrast in the area that's selected. So selecting something sort of separates it from anything else. So what I'm going to do is I want to do an edit and a copy. And then I go back to my triptych and I'm going to do an edit and a paste. So basically I'm cutting and pasting, copying and pasting. Now this is the move tool, or the arrange tool, and I can move my picture around. Notice that little blue line that comes up, and that's telling me when the image is centered top to bottom. Once I have more images in there, you'll see more lines. There is also these corner tabs, and with those, the transform controls, I can change the size of this picture. The interesting thing is now, if you haven't used Photoshop, you'll notice that there is another layer in here. And that layer represents this. Okay, so this layer is on top of the white layer. If I take this layer and I drag it underneath the white layer, suddenly it looks like the picture disappears, but it didn't really disappear. It just happened to be underneath the white layer, and you can't see it. So I'm going to pull it back up above the white layer, and then I'm going to go and find another picture. And let's see what I have. Let's go with what do we have here? Let's go with this one. So I'm going to go, let's just do this for now. And I hit apply. So now I have a third tab open, and here's another picture. And I'm going to take this picture, and I want to select the whole thing. So I'm going to put a box all the way around the whole thing. And now I'm going to do the same thing and say edit, copy, and let's go back to triptych and edit and paste. Now, because that picture is a much higher resolution, I'm going to have to resize that to make it much smaller to fit in here. And I want it to be the same. It's not going to be the same aspect, height, and width, but I want it to be the same height. So I'm just going to kind of match it up to this one right here. And I'll pull it here, and notice that tells me again when these two are in perfect alignment. Okay, and then let's see. Let's go File, Open Image. What else do I have? Let's go with this one. So that opens in here. Notice another tab. You can have unlimited numbers of tabs. And let's say I just want to pick this part here. And I'm going to do the same thing again. Edit, copy, then go back and edit, paste. Again, it came in a little bit too big. So I'm going to click on and make this one similar size to this. And we're going to put this one over here. And we'll put that one there. Okay. So notice, again, on the layers palette, you have each image has its own layer. If I were to put this picture in front of this one, you can see that this is the top layer because it's on top of that one. If I drag it underneath, just by simply moving it down in the hierarchy, you can see now this is underneath that picture. So moving layers around is just as simple as just dragging dragging them up and down. Sorry, in the layers palette. Okay, so that's good for today. We're going to do a file. We're going to do a save. And we're going to call this triptych. And I'm again going to save it as a JPEG, high quality, at the original height and width. Download. It'll show up in my downloads. I close that. Then I'm going to say File, Close, and close the rest of the picture. Then I'm going to X out of this one, and that one. And now I'm back to my my original page. Okay, so that's about all there is for today, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.